guys, welcome to the first day of our Vietnam trip. I think this was shot on day 0 and this is their 7-Eleven. They have a lot of soup, buns, and a whole lot of other things which were amazing. Going back to day 1, this is us walking to our first destination. Actually, on this day, we walked around a lot to go to the tourist spots because they are just nearby each other. And this place is giving BGC vibes, while this one gives Palenque, Changgeb, Divisoria vibes. We were amazed to hear that people were able to speak Tagalog there. And yeah, of course, I've never let this one pass. This is no face. We probably had like 20k steps a day during this trip, and we're almost near our destination, for which is the Vietnam War Museum. The first thing that you're gonna notice on this place are the war vehicles that they used. And this was the first floor, which was the wrong place to begin with because this is already the ending of the story where America is already helping Vietnam. I didn't expect for this trip or this first destination to be so heavy because it's about the Vietnam War and I don't know much about it. But going through the museum, it really opens your mind a lot about the reality of the world and the pain people went through during this war. It was a pretty emotional and depressing morning for us, but we survived it. This guy is probably a scammer. Just paused to read. So we just went back to the market and ate our lunch. We sat down in small little stools, and the wise thing that me and my friend at work did was share the bill for the food. So 4 dishes costed us 600 pesos. So the lady at the food area that we went to offered us coffee for free, and we're not gonna pass on that. Again, I thought crossing the road is going to be hectic. That's why I recorded us. This is their Department of Justice building, and now we're just walking to go to Book Street, but I call it Booking Street. I don't even know why. So now you can understand the reason why we can just walk around to the next destination, because the place is very shaded. But yeah, there were a lot of trees while we were walking around, so it wasn't a problem. And really, this is the best way to observe the place or the city, because if you're just on a car, you're not really gonna notice everything. But when you're walking, see, we just got to the post office. I really like the ceiling or the architecture of this building, but I felt like the souvenir shops ruined it for me. This post office still also functions. You can still send letters to people. And right next to it is the Book Street. Would you believe that you would be able to buy a Game of Thrones book here for 200 pesos? Sadly, I'm past my reading era. Here's Miss Judith having a caricature of herself, asking me if it looks nice. And then on our way to the cafe apartment, we passed by this group of people feeding pigeons. I've always wanted to do this, and then I'm gonna run through them and then they're gonna fly away. Also in front of the post office and Book Street is the Notre Dame Church, which was getting renovated at this time. And instead of going to the Independence Palace, we chose to see the French City Hall because it's closer to the cafe apartments. In this area, you could also see a lot of luxurious brands like Burberry, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, and the others. A few more walks and you'll arrive at the cafe apartments. While we were down here, we were looking for cafe recommendations, and there were 3 vlogs or blogs that recommended Saigon Oi, so that is the one that we chose. So if you're gonna use the elevator going up here, you're gonna have to pay 6 pesos, which is 3,000 VND, I believe. So we chose the stairs. In this cafe, I ordered the egg coffee, and it wasn't for me because I like sweet coffee. Fun fact, the egg was a replacement for milk because there was a time where they were having scarcity with milk. So I ordered the matcha cheese, which I thought was a cheesecake, but it was a chiffon cake, and the egg coffee. Both of these aren't too sweet, so my sweet tooth wasn't really that satisfied. And the reason why we chose the outside sitting is because of this view. There was also an event downstairs, so yeah. And after this, we just went to Hostikai to meet our friends at work who weren't with us at the cafe apartments. Again, I was just really amazed of how reckless drivers they are, yet they were so defensive drivers as well. They don't get into accidents. So this is the start of the Hotikai night market. There were a lot of seafood that were being sold here. There were fruit shakes, sea urchins, lobsters, bro. Like, what the hell? I don't know what that one. It looks like a crab. But I actually just stayed in my comfort zone because I was afraid of my tummy getting upset. So I just ate octopus tentacles. I really wanted to try a lot of the food, but they were all freaking spicy, and my tolerance for that is non existent. Also, this area is just an alley, so even if you were just standing on the side of the road, there are a lot of motorcycles passing by, so you really have to be squeezing yourself like on the sides or on the there's really no sidewalk, but yeah, you have to squeeze yourself on the sides. After that, we just went back to our hotel and freshened up, and then we went straight to our sleeper bus, which we didn't really get any sleep because it was very shaky. And yeah, I just got 1 hour of sleep. See you in day 2. Bye!